doesn't add up. Security cameras are designed to record continuously. Every frame is time-stamped, every second accounted for. They exist to remove uncertainty, to create a record that does not forget. But sometimes, the record itself becomes the mystery. The footage comes from a standard fixed CCTV camera, installed indoors, mounted above eye level, connected to a digital recording system designed to run without interruption. It records 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Each frame is labeled with a precise timestamp generated by the system clock. There is no motion trigger, no event-based capture. This is continuous recording. Or at least, it is supposed to be. On the night in question, the footage appears normal. The lighting is consistent. The frame rate steady. No visible interference. At exactly 11:42 p.m., a person enters the frame. They appear from the left side. Their movement is unhurried. They take 3 steps forward. And then, the footage jumps. The next visible frame is timestamped 11:44 p.m. 90 seconds later, there is no distortion, no frozen image, no corrupted frames. The transition is clean. One moment ends, another begins, as if the missing time was never recorded. At first glance, this looks like a technical issue. Dropped frames, buffer errors, a brief system restart. These explanations are common in digital recording systems. But each one leaves traces. Error logs, timestamp drift, visual artifacts. None of these appear. Investigators check the power supply. There is no outage recorded. No voltage drop. No system reboot. The camera remains active before and after the gap. Storage is examined next. The drive is not full. No overwrite cycle begins at that moment. Earlier footage remains intact. Later footage records normally. Only one segment is missing. The timestamps are internally consistent. They do not reset. They do not repeat. The clock moves forward exactly 90 seconds. This matters because timestamp errors usually create visible anomalies, overlaps, time reversals, out-of-sequence frames. None are present here. Manual deletion is considered. Most CCTV systems leave evidence when footage is removed. Access logs, user activity records, file gaps with irregular boundaries. Investigators find none. The missing segment aligns perfectly with timestamp intervals, as if it was never written to the drive. Attention turns to what the camera would have captured during those 90 seconds. The person does not suddenly appear in a new position. They are simply gone. There is no visible movement immediately before the cut. No visible movement immediately after. No reaction from the environment. No shadows. No lighting changes. Nothing that suggests an interruption. Footage from earlier that night is reviewed. Nothing unusual. Footage from later is reviewed. Again, nothing unusual. The camera behaves exactly as expected. Except once. For 90 seconds. The system manufacturer is contacted. They confirm that skips like this are rare. Not impossible, but uncommon. Typically associated with hardware faults or severe data corruption. Neither appears here. They cannot replicate the issue under test conditions. At this point, the investigation slows. There is no clear failure point. No identifiable cause. No secondary system recording to cross-reference. The footage remains exactly as it was found. A continuous recording, with a precise hole in the middle. CCTV failures usually look messy. This one does not. It is clean, contained, mathematically neat. Exactly 90 seconds. Not 87, not 92, 90. Something was supposed to exist in that interval. Movement, stillness, a continuation of the scene. Instead, there is nothing. Not recorded, not recoverable, not explained. The security camera records continuously, until it doesn't. A moment that existed, and then didn't. Which explanation makes sense to you?